Hello, Rasmus. How you doing this morning?
I'm fine, and you?
I am wonderful, wonderful. Thank you for asking. So, what brings you here today?
Well, I want to talk about, how I've been feeling lately,
Okay.
pertaining to the distance between me and my children, being as though I live in Baltimore and they live in Delaware, and how I don't get to see them much. I've been feeling real down about that.
Cool. Okay, so before we get started, I'd like to have your consent to videotape as we did before. Okay, so I'm going to read the informed consent for video recording to you. Okay?
Okay.
So at the end, you can sign it and I'll sign it. Okay? All right. And date it. All right. I am requesting your permission to record our counseling sessions on video file. The purpose of this recording is to help me serve you better and to review and evaluate my counseling techniques. No recording will be done without your prior knowledge and consent. Viewers of the video files may include my supervisors and peers in my group supervision class. All viewers of the video file, including myself, are bound by the ethical standards of the American Counseling Association. The video file will be treated with confidentiality by being stored on a password-protected computer and will be destroyed at the termination of the semester. By signing below, I am stating that I have read and understood the informed consent for video recording and that I am permitting Nathalie Tarver to video record our sessions and review the video file with the aforementioned individuals for supervision purposes. So you'll sign, Rasmus, and I'll sign, okay? And date. All right, so do I have your permission?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you very much. So proceed with telling me why you're here again, please.
Well, I just been feeling a little down. Sometimes I get, I can say that I get a little depressed about not being in the same state as my children like I'm used to being, having moved from Delaware to Baltimore, Maryland 9 months ago, took a lot out of me. It's been prosperous.
Okay.
But it has also affected me emotionally because I miss my kids. I'm used to seeing them every day. Even though I talk to them every day, it's not like the physical bond and of, being around them 24/7.
Okay, I understand how you feel with your kids being away from you, because that bonding purpose, is really important with children and their mom, because just from going from the womb to outside, it's like it's still that bonding,
Absolutely.
So how does it make you feel when you're away from them? Did you say it's been 9 months?
Yeah, it's been 9 months since I've lived in a separate state from them.
Okay.
But I do see them, most weekends. I try to go every weekend, but it doesn't always, suffice the situation for the time being. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Some weekends I may not be able to get down there. But for the most part, I try to make it up there every weekend, because I know it helps them and it helps me too.
Okay.
That way I can focus and be happier, performing my job duties and, in school because I'm happy.
Right.
When your mind, I feel like sometimes when I constantly weigh on the topic, I can't focus on what I have to do in front of me.
Okay. So if I'm hearing you correctly, I'm hearing that you and your children are rather close.
Yes,
okay.
We are. We're very close.
Since you've been gone, has there been any type of, I guess I would say, has the children been doing well in school? Have they been being disruptive with anything that you can think of?
My boys are okay, but it's funny you asked that because as for my daughter, when I first moved down here, she was having trouble with her behavior in school.
Okay.
She's a first grader and she gets point cards and she would get a sad face, for the most part of the week. Then I started going more often, seeing her more often, going on weekends more often. that behavior improved. And she'll call me after school every day and say, "Mommy, I got a happy face today. I had a good day in school." As a matter of fact, she did that today, you know.
Okay.
And it was funny because last week she had a bad week because the weekend before I wasn't able to see her.
Okay.
You know, I wasn't able to get down there. But then I went this past weekend and her behavior changed.
Okay.
So it makes me happy that my kids are happy. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I just can't wait until I get my own apartment and I'm able to bring us all back together.
Okay.
You know?
So how does the boys feel? And what age are the boys?
My boys, my oldest boy is 11. Then I have my girl, she's 7. Then I have my youngest boy, and he's 6.
Okay.
Yeah, and my sons, my baby, my youngest boy, he misses me too. But you know, to me, it's like, I guess different. This could be different with everyone, but you know, the way I've noticed growing up and stuff like that, it's every kid has that purpose for his mother, but it's nothing like a daughter and her mom. And you know, I love my children all the same.
Okay.
You know, but we're the girls, they're the guys. So it's like, you know, I need my mommy, you know what I mean?
Right. Okay.
She's at that age to where as though, you know, she's changing, things around her is changing.
Okay.
She has questions. So, you know, I think maybe it's just tougher on her, you know, because she's the only girl.
Okay. So it seems like you have a relatively good bond with all 3 of the children. And your daughter, she seemed that she had some behavior issues in school because you weren't around. And the boys are pretty much okay. I guess boys will be boys. Okay. And I see you said 6, the ages. Your daughter is 7
and then my youngest son is 6.
6.
Yes.
Yeah, so they're right next to each other.
Yes,
Okay.
they're what you call stair steps.
Right. So how do they interact, those 2?
Oh man, they're close. All 3 of them are close, and I mean, love it. Like I can't, when I'm with them and I'm staying the weekend and we go to sleep. Everybody, "Mommy, you want to sleep with me? You sleep with me?" So we're all sleeping together, and you know what I mean. Like that bond is so tight, and I love it because even though sometimes I can't be there. Right. And I want to be there for them, I know that they still have each other.
Right. Okay.
You know, so that bond is tough. And even though my daughter's the only girl, she hangs tough with the boys.
Well, that's good. I see that there's a cohesiveness with the children, and it seems like that you are like in good spirits now.
Even talking about my kids, you know, even talking about them, it makes me happy. You know, it takes me back there with them. I get to imagine, you know, I get to relive the memories and experiences that, you know, we've been through thus far. So it feels good.
Good.
To even converse about them. Yeah.
Okay. So when is your next visit?
This weekend is Mother's Day weekend.
Okay.
Yes.
Nice. So that should be wonderful.
Yes, absolutely. It will be good for me and my kids, but then I'm also worried about my mother and how she will feel, being as though my grandmother just died recently.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, so, you know.
Yeah, well, I know that you'll be a great support. It sounds like that your family has a great bond with your mother and the children, you know.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that y'all close. And you know, it's good to know that you miss the kids like that and that they miss you, you know, because it sounds like that you're a wonderful person and a wonderful mother to your children.
I try to be.
You know?
I really do.
And keep up the good work.
Thank
you know, because you're doing such a wonderful job. Because you should see how bright your glow is when you talk about them. And just remember, next week when I see you, that for your homework, just tell the kids, you know, that mommy wants to give you a big hug all around every time I think about you. Okay? You know that hug, how you do like that? Right?
Don't let them go.
Don't let them go.
And you kiss them so much, they don't want you to kiss them anymore.
Yeah. And I know she'll have plenty more smiley faces.
Yep.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Because, you know, that teacher, you know, she's going to pretty much probably say, "Oh, wow, your daughter, she just was going to do something at the beginning of the week, because at the end of the week, she's doing good."
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. you know. So she could have been sleepy.
You know what? It's funny you say that. Fucked up our video. Storage space running out.